I'm in Toronto. It's a chilly day here today. I'm here for a work conference, but I got a few hours to kill today. I figured what better way to kill a few hours in the big city than hit a couple of record stores. I haven't been here in 5 years, so I'm just trying to get my bearings again. Thank goodness for Google Maps and apps. I think I turned up there on University and one hit Sonic Boom. It's a big store. I remember I liked it. I didn't find much when I was there. There was a lot of new stuff, but kind of curious. Let's go find it. Right there, CN Tower. It's always a good landmark to follow. I live in a semi-rural area, so I'm not used to seeing these kind of things, but in the middle of the city, there's a dog park right there. Took a slight wrong turn, that's all right. Oh, these are cool houses. Hard to imagine what you would cost to live downtown, but a couple bucks for sure. It wasn't bad. We found it. Let's check it out. Others would know better than me, but I believe Sonic Boom is the largest record store in Toronto. I gotta say, it is huge down here. The pictures are not deceiving. There are all sorts of records covering probably every imaginable genre: pop, rock, hip-hop, metal, country, soundtracks, whatever. I guess if I had one complaint, it would be that the majority of records, maybe 80 to 90%, are new records, like still sealed brand new records. What I really love to check out at record stores is their vintage records, right? You can kind of get new records anywhere, but it's the vintage stuff that I'm really after. Nonetheless, there were definitely some cool things, and you can't tell by these photos, but it was super busy, so it's good to see that people are really into vinyl. I did find something. I will show that to you later. The cool thing about that store is that it attracts all ages. In fact, most of the people there, I would say, were probably under 30. I even saw some kids buying records, which bodes well for this hobby and passion of ours, and there's young people getting into it. So that was cool. The prices were all right, and they did have a ton of selection. As I said, most of it was new vinyl though. Anyway, I still got some time. We're gonna hit at least one more record store. I know Cops Records is just around here, so let's head on over there. Okay, I've been to Cops before, and I believe it's this way on Queen Street West. Go this way. And Cops is right there across the street. Okay, Cops, here we go. Let's see if we can find anything inside. This store has a very different vibe than Sonic Boom. This one is all bright and the store is narrow and long. The clientele seems to prominently be in their 20s. I'm not used to being the oldest guy in the room, but at both of these places I kind of was. But again, yeah, well organized, fairly decent record store. So I just left Cops. It was okay. Again, super busy, maybe just because of the day of the week. It's Sunday, so everyone's out and about. I don't know, or maybe it's always kind of like that. They had a lot of stuff, but nothing I didn't have or nothing I really needed. Hold on. I just stopped for a second. I feel weird talking into a phone when there's people around. Other thing I noticed is prices here. I noticed this last time I was here as well. Seem to be a little more expensive, particularly on the used stuff, than they are out west. Maybe because it's the bigger city, more demand for it. I don't know. Oh, look where we are. I'm gonna go across the street. This is Much Music.
the first time I came to Toronto, it was a huge deal to see Much Music. Much Music was like Canada's MTV, and we were kids. Used to watch Much Music all the time. And just like MTV, it's basically a non-factor anymore, right? They don't play any music, but man, I remember I used to sing all my favorite bands, play here, be interviewed here. They had a show I used to watch all the time called Pepsi Power Hour. Now it just says Bell Media Studios. So the days of this being the center of Canadian music and music television and all that are so far gone. They used to have a car coming out of the building on the side. Oh yeah, okay, they still do. CP breaking news. Here, hold on. See, they still have that car coming out. But in the building now, it just says CTV, Canadian Television. There's a CN Tower. That's too bad. I remember coming here the first time in 1995, and I was so excited to see Much Music, but it's not a big deal anymore.
I forgot, but I had been in this store before. It's kind of like a flea market in the basement of this building with a bunch of stuff, funky kind of stuff, I guess, clothing. And of course, some records in the corner. Again, this market seemed to cater mostly to the 20-year-old audience, but there were some cool records in the corner there, and they were reasonably priced. So overall, I didn't get anything, but it may not be a bad place to stop in at if you are in the Toronto area.
Maybe I'm being too picky today. I don't know. I bought a handful of records when I was in North Dakota a week or two back as well. So kind of looking for those hard to find records. Oh, hey, I'm at City Hall. There's Toronto City Hall. What's going on here? There's some kind of protest over there or something. Someone's doing speeches too. Saving Israel. Saving Israel. All right. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going right now. One other thought on those record stores is I think I prefer like the smaller record stores with the owners behind the counter and you just chit chat. Most of these ones had like an army of staff. And that's what you expect. Like that's what you expect in Toronto, but I kind of prefer the old school small record store. I didn't know that FYE is still in business. Kind of curious. Let's go and check it out.
This place I actually was impressed with. They had a decent selection of new vinyl. Not cheap, but the selection was there, but more so, they had a ton of movies, Blu-rays, that kind of stuff, and I'm a movie collector as well, so I kind of dug looking through all that.
I found a couple movies there. Listen, I had no idea that FYE was still a thing, but I was talking to the guy there and he said FYE is owned by Sunrise Records. And Sunrise Records bought HMV, but now I see some of the Sunrise Records are closing, so it's like a big complicated thing. Back there was the mall in that square, and there's a sign there for the old Sam the Record Man, a famous record store in Toronto. And I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that Tokyo Smoke, that cannabis store, used to be HMV. And Sam the Record Man was here, or one of these stores anyway. There were record stores here, and obviously that stuff is long gone. That's not what I wanted to show you though. We're gonna keep on walking, bear with me. Oh, my hair's a mess. It's been a day. I woke up at 5:30 this morning, flew halfway across the country, walked around Toronto, and here we are. This is the last thing I wanted to show you, and that is this building here in back of me. This is the Ontario Provincial Legislature. This is where provincial politicians do their business. For my American friends, my glasses are falling down. For my American friends, that would be the same as like a state capitol building. Anyway, Rush fans, dear Rush fans, you're also going to recognize this building as the front cover to the Rush album, Moving Pictures. Let's take a closer look. There's a sign to the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. So, right there is where the iconic album cover was filmed. There we go. It's pretty cool to be on these stairs right here. Who knew that that album, or maybe they did know that that image, that album would become iconic, but it was done and it was shot right here. All right, it's actually the next day. I was so tired after doing all that walking around, and I went to my work conference and my work meetings, and I figured before I check out and head back home, I would show you what I bought. This is the one I got from Sonic Boom, and I was most excited about. It's an unofficial press of the original Wicked Lester sessions. Wicked Lester was the band Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons had before Kiss. It has an early version of Love Her All I Can on this. It's kind of got the Obi strip. It's kind of cool. Let's crack it open. Okay, taking it out the first time. I always thought this was an early picture of Kiss. For an unofficial press, this is done really well. Here's the record. It's kind of on this, I don't know, partially colorblind blue or teal marble vinyl. And I got a couple things at FYI. In addition to collecting records, I am also a movie collector. I don't have a huge movie collection, but I do like having my favorite movies on Blu-ray. I did not own this one. This is The Exorcist Extended Director's Cut. Another movie I dig. Goodfellas. I don't know if I've ever seen this particular slipcover before. There's the cover. Probably could have grabbed a lot more stuff, but as I said earlier in this video, I bought a bunch of stuff in North Dakota like last week, and I got to fit this all in my carry-on luggage, so I was happy with the Wicked Lester unofficial press. All right, 33ers, thank you for watching this adventure in Toronto. If you dug it, I appreciate a quick thumbs up. I'll see you again real soon. Till then, keep on spinning. Toronto. We're in Toronto.